What's up, y'all? It's a beautiful evening. The wind is blowing, and let's see out some. Y'all know when this is here, my water, a nice lake. That's where I come to share my thoughts. Whew. Need to bring me a seat out here, so I can really grab me a seat. And really talk. So, but anyways, your man Rico. These are my thoughts, not yours. I want to talk real quickly. We'll give my reaction to the whole Nolan Wells situation that happened in Mississippi in Horn Island. And of course, y'all been all over TikTok and all over social media. I'm gonna have to walk because these bugs are not gonna let me do my thing. So y'all like, share this video. But it's like, okay. All right, so the title of this is, hey, being the only one in a racial group can sometimes end badly. And here we go again. And we followed the story, and we found out that it was his body that came up missing in that 4th of July weekend. And it's one black male and his white friends. And let me run down a list, because what happened to him is something that's not new. Y'all remember that black chick that went on that adult pajama party with her white female friends? Supposed to been just them. All of a sudden, their husband showed up, and next thing you know, before the weekend was over, or that next morning, she was found raped and beaten, killed, dead. None of them, all the white folks there, about 8 or 9 of them there, nobody knew what happened, and no one had an answer. Okay, let me take y'all to this young black man who attended this PWI. You can Google all the things. I can't get all the names right now, and I can't remember the colleges. But he went to a PWI, and he decided to take another young black man. Went to Greece with all his white friends, just him. Went to this very white country, and it doesn't seem to be too kind to blacks, of black Americans or black Africans or anybody. As long as you black. He went to Greece. And the video's on YouTube if y'all want to look it up. So just say young black male dies in Greece with white friends. And it was him, 2 white males, and a white female. And it shows in the video they were in a nightclub in Greece. And 2 white guys walked up on his 2 white friends and started like, yeah, bitch ass, yeah, getting on them. And so Mr. Black friend gonna jump in front of them and start yelling, hey, what y'all doing? What y'all doing? Next thing you know, the white guys socked the black dude in the face. It's in the video. Next thing you know, this whole rumble breaks out between him and them because his white friends ran. And next thing you know, somehow they went into opposite directions. He ran out the front door of the club. They went somewhere else. Next thing you know, the video comes back up where this mob of white men are chasing this one black male in the streets of Greece. He was running so fast, he ran into the back of a car, and they stumped him to death. It was about 8 or 9 of them. They just all took turns and stumped him out, killed him in Greece. And guess what? They came home without him. I didn't think they had his luggage. And they didn't have any answers. It wouldn't talk, wouldn't tell nothing. That's strange. Couldn't tell the family nothing. I don't know. I ain't done the white girl. I don't know. It's just so strange. There's so much that happened. I don't know. We must have. No, that bullshit. They came back to the university. Nothing. No. The parents had to get the body back. All that kind of shit. Okay. How about this black athlete? He was dating this white girl at this white school. Y'all can look that up too. He knew that her parents were racist. They didn't like his black ass. But I guess you know how these Gen Zs that y'all raising? he decided to go on a Thanksgiving or some kind of vacation with her home by himself, but in this what the hell, with some kind of up north somewhere. And so somebody got the bright idea for him, her, and two of her brothers and a friend, everybody white, he's black. They went boating, and somehow the boat capsized. Well, everybody made it back home except for him. He drowned. They didn't know what happened. We don't know. I didn't know the time. It's just something. We were just so out of it. Nobody could give his parents no answers. How about this Jamaican dude? And y'all can look these stories up. As I'm saying, and just kind of type in these stories. The Jamaican dude went hunting with about 3 or 4 white friends from work. And now, from what I understand of the story, his wife begged him not to go. Hey, Dr. Shannon, you should be Dr. Reeves now, right, Shannon? What's up? If so, congratulations, man. You should be Dr. Reeves by now. Congratulations, man. And so, all of a sudden, they did him the way that old Ice-T move when they hunted him down. They hunted that black dude down, killed him. They like, take off. Now you got run off, and they hunted him down like in that movie, killed him. So what am I missing something? I got the Grease, I have the Jamaican dude, I got the black woman, and of course you know all these black chicks that get killed off of social media going off with these white men, and all of them hate black men, and so these black males. All right, so now you got this Nolan fella, 18 years old. And you look at his pictures, his date was non-black, and his folks, you know, he had a few black friends, but his main crowd was white folks. I'll tell you something. And so, but, I'm finna give y'all my take on this while this kind of nonsense is happening. Well, I always go back to our scholars, our Dr. Claude Anderson, our Dr. John G. Jackson, George G. Jackson, Dr. John Henry Clark, Dr. Amos Wilson, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, Dr. Joy Leary, Dr. Julia Hare, and the scholars, Dale Jones, Franz Ferdinand, all of the scholars, they wrote books. They gave us the blueprint of how to successfully survive in this system that we live under, racism, white supremacy. You know, how to survive. No, racism is not gonna die. But as Dr. Claude Anderson always points out, what is your behavior? And Brother Neely Fuller perfectly defined what racism, white supremacy is, and how one is supposed to purport him or herself. And Dr. Claude Anderson, with everything, all those people that I named that died in the company, and the groups of them being the only black person and everybody else white, he would describe that as inappropriate behavior. B. McDuffie said, don't be Nolan. New hashtag. Wow. I mean, don't be the lady who went on the pajama party either. Don't be her. Don't be the little black athlete that went all the way out somewhere by himself. Don't be none of these Negroes. I'm going to get to that. Because they're all over social media saying, look, we can't muster up the sympathy for this young fella. Because forever, these things have been happening, and it's something where these young people are not listening, or these black folks still trying to play that game where, everyone's not racist. It's not about skin color. You know how they love to say, it's not about skin color. People are people, we're all human beings, we all bleed the same red blood. You know all that shit, okay. Which is true in some sense if we lived in that kind of society. That's not the reality we live in. We still live on the systems. Capitalism, racism, white supremacy, colorism, we live on all of that. And so when you start to believe that stuff is gone, that's when your ass gets grass. So all this is happening. And so this happening to this young brother. Let me tell y'all something. Don't make it just be about Mississippi. The state of Mississippi is an asshole. It's historically Mississippi, Tennessee, Alabama, Louisiana. These states are assholes when it comes to the maltreatment of foundational black Americans. So that's a given. But I named y'all other states that were not all southern states. Other black folks, they died. The young black man, he died way above the Mason-Dixon line. And so, and people saying like, you know, giving warnings about black folks being the only person. I be seeing these people, these black folks, be the only black female in a crowd of white girls, and if you close your eyes, you wouldn't know who the white girl is. You know, my friends, I would tell my mom that, you know, my dad is coming home from, he's out fishing, and my dad, no, just y'all little white daughters. And your sons are modern day, a lot of y'all sons are modern day Carlton Banks and Byron Allens. Or, you know, yeah, they say, yeah, that's, y'all raising these little Oreos. And I'm gonna get to that. See, when I looked at Nolan Wells' family, I saw his black dad, but that mama looked Asian or something. She didn't look foundational black American. And I said, you know, a lot of us got it bad. If we got just a hint of something else in our blood, we start identifying as that hint. Let's say I find out that my great grandmother was German. Great grandmother was German. She got German, and all of a sudden I started saying, Duncan Shane and Duncan Beacon and beauty. I started talking, my black ass started talking like that. I just said just a hint. Isn't it interesting how so many of us, we find out we got just a fingernail full of something else, we start turning into that something else? You can't tell no Negro that his family from 5 generations away came from Trinidad, but he or she's been over here. Shit, I'm Caribbean. I'm part Caribbean. You full Negro. Stop the bullshit. But see, that's the nonsense that keep our children caught up in, because you play games. And by the way, it is more than okay for you to do well in life economically and want to do better, have the best things for your children. You're supposed to. You're the parent, right? Because I'm always talking about how black folks need to quit giving birth to their kids in a goddamn ghetto, in a goddamn hood. Yeah. But since I know better, and me living in Dallas-Fort Worth, we have like several black suburbs, black schools, all that. Hell, you even got stuff called, in Martha's Vineyard called Oak Bluff. They're black elite areas. So why is it that so many of us, when we think of that's better and there's good schools, we always think of white? A lot of y'all that's probably going to listen to this video, and you know what I'm talking about, so don't feel convicted and get mad at me. Y'all live in white gay community. Your kids are the only black kids. They're the only black kids in the elementary school. The only black kids in the middle school, the only black kids in the high school. Because they're in Frisco. Because they're in Plano. Or whatever the white suburb is, or whatever city you live in. And you think, well, I'm going to put them in a better neighborhood. But what you're doing, you're psychologically destroying your son and your daughter. Then you have the audacity to graduate from an HBCU but send your son and your daughter to a PWI. Whatever fucking excuses y'all come up with, I don't buy none of them. We got 100 of them. There's a major for your child at one of them. And one thing about it, we be talking about the HBCUs in the hood, but all you well-to-do blacks, they'll never try to come back and try to make the hood over. Buy back the block, or demand that the school board brings the school system up to par. You don't. You just move out, which is your right. But then you go there. Cause I sub in a suburban school system here, and I'm gonna tell you, y'all black kids are clueless about their African selves. They're clueless. You got y'all, a lot of y'all kids that think they're emu. Y'all remember the emo shit when they grow their hair in their face? You know, white kids so goddamn privileged that they grow their hair long and paint it black and nails black, and they have the hair in their face and they do this. Oh my God, the world sucks. The world sucks. Everybody sucks. They got black kids who act like that. Where they do that at? How they come up with that? And they got 2 black parents. Because without them, y'all move into your, and it's okay to move into your $500,000 house in your gated community. But y'all create these black folks that think they let their guard down. Because y'all had them around white folks all these years. And your son prom date is a non-black. Your daughter's prom date is a non-black. Hell, some of y'all sons and daughters are pledged in white fraternities and sororities. Good God Almighty. Y'all just grinning and cheesing. Look at you. Your son gonna be the next Nolan Well, and Negro athlete, and that other Negro went to Greece with all his white friends, because they don't have a sense of self. You don't teach them the sense of the history of who they are. You don't. You teach them about Dr. King, but you won't teach them about Malcolm X. You won't teach them about Chairman Fred Hampton. You won't teach them about Nat Turner. They're violent. We're about harmony. We're about, we're all as oneness of people. Y'all create these Nolan Wells. And all his videos, he got a couple of white male friends, but his friends were white folks. And that's why he felt so comfortable going out there. That's why that woman felt so comfortable having a ground ass pajama party with all white folks, and she got her little black ass sitting there cheesing. And rest in peace, sister. And that black athlete thought it was okay to go way up there somewhere, northeast, northwest, somewhere, with that little white town when he the only Negro there, and then come back. Y'all cut it out. See, y'all parents, y'all creating these Oreos. Yeah, I'm not afraid to say it. I'm just gonna make the observation. Nolan Wells was an Oreo, like a lot of y'all kids. Those of you who done well, y'all create these Oreos. And then when they become victims of the Oreoism, I was, oh my God, here's a young black boy. He had this picture. She was a beautiful black girl. And they showed pictures of all of her and her white and Asian friends. Y'all need to stop, man. As Dr. Claude Anderson says, inappropriate behavior. Because we're playing games. We're supposed to be doing better in this country. But doing better doesn't mean white. McBarrio, you said they found out, Lord Jesus. Well, I'm just saying, and this is nothing new. A lot of people get the good jobs, you get successful business, and have your black kids around none but white environments. They don't have a faintest clue about that rhythm, that African rhythm. And I can spot a goofy black female and a goofy black male a mile away. So I walk out and say, okay. They don't want to talk. They don't deal with nothing that comes to race. Well, it's not about race. It's not people to people. Yeah, y'all think if y'all interracially have mixed non-black kids, that no, they ain't gonna save them. If they're Oreo, they gonna get caught up in the bullshit too. You don't get caught, still get the nigger jokes. Still get all of that. So, you might as well, be black. And for me, when I say black, I'm not talking about hood black, because I'm against all that nonsense. There are enough libraries, enough books for us not to be hood. But there are those who want to continue to do that. You have what I call the young Miami blacks, and you have the India Ari blacks. I'm part of the India Ari blacks. Got it? And India Ari is a full sister. I'm not saying hate anybody. I'm just saying love yourself, goddammit. And if Nolan Wells, loved himself, loved his people, knew of his heritage, he'd still be here. Because he already had that sixth sense to know, to not be that comfortable around him. But a lot of us do. I don't. Now, I'm going to say this. I wasn't 18, 19 years old. When I was in my mid-20s, the late 20s, I used to party in mixed clubs. I'll still go to one now. I mean mixed. A lot of blacks, a lot of whites, Asians, Hispanics, everybody in there. Because I like pop music. Pop and some rock, as well as soul and R&B and blues. Sometimes I want to hear a little pop music. And so I've gone to the mixed clubs. Yeah, they're fun. I know in my hometown of Memphis, I used to go to 616 on Friday and Saturday night. And I tell anybody shit. Be like 600 whites, maybe 8 blacks, probably 9 Asians, 6 biracials. We be in that bitch listening to ba 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 ba, smack my bitch up, boom, and just jamming. Yeah, Rico's multifaceted. Y'all know that? I know y'all got me in a box. I'm an Aquarius. I can't be put in a box. But y'all hear me. Y'all see me when I talk like this. So you automatically put me in a box. But those who know me personally know I'm all over the place. But one place I'm very steady in is who I am as a black man, heterosexual, masculine black man. And I'm very well abreast of who we are as a foundational black American. So, but I'm cool. Y'all see me, I'm cool with whoever. You're interracially married, I'm not gonna mistreat or disrespect your white spouse or your white partner or nothing like that. I've never done that. But you know where I stand. I'm very cordial. So I know a lot of people try to put me in a box. Rico hate white people. And if I did, what the fuck you gonna do about it? And historically speaking, they should be hated. However, as like the black gays and the black Greeks and the black preachers, instead of they went against Malcolm X, Elijah Muhammad, and Marcus Garvey, they went against them, and instead of fighting for liberation and self-determination, they fought for integration. So this is where we are. They overrode. They looked past what our warriors wanted. What is self-sufficiency, and black liberation. But they wanted integration because they wanted access to white sex and white people. So your black Greeks, black gays, and your black preachers or religious zealots, they won out. They got this civil rights, meaning we act civil with each other, but I don't respect your ass. I'm always gonna try to do something to keep you in a particular place. That's why it's so easy to dismantle pieces of the civil rights movement, because it was put together, the Civil Rights Acts and all that shit was put together, held together with Scotch tape. Now, if you had gone out for human rights and black liberation, baby, Gorilla Glue and great tape all the way. Could none touch it. But that's neither here nor there. Because I know I live in a world with everybody, and I'm cool with everybody. I swear I am. But y'all gonna have to stop creating these Oreo children. Y'all know who you are. Your little black daughter don't want to be with nobody black. Your black son don't want to be around nobody black. And I remember when I attended UT Knoxville, working on a PhD. And I walked past the black kids there, right? They'll look straight through me. I'm trying to okay, so black kids, because UT Knoxville is like 90% white. 1,300 blacks. The school had like 41,000 students. They had about 1,300 blacks, maybe 800 others, and 800 Asians, Indians, all the others, right? So I was like, okay. They had, of course, a black student union. I don't know why they even do that dumb shit. Take your ass to a HBCU. You don't need no goddamn space in no white environment. You got a whole fucking college and universities for you. But they'll never, that sounds too much like right. Because they believe the white degree is more valuable than a degree from a historically black college. Yes, a lot of black folks that believe that shit. And I'm here living proof to tell you it don't even matter. But with my master's degree from Grambling, I've been the clinical supervisor of motherfuckers who went to PWIs and in the field of social work and so in mental health. So don't even matter. But that's that Oreo. And a lot of you so-called middle class, upper class blacks, you blacks who haven't got good jobs, y'all create these Oreo kids. And those are the ones that end up like Nolan Wells, like the black boy that went to Greece with his white friend, the black athlete who went off with his white girlfriend, knowing that her parents and relatives hated niggas, or hated blacks or thought them as niggas. That black woman took her ass to a grown woman, a grown-up pajama party, all white folks. Y'all see the pictures, just look it up. Those things happen because those people are Oreos. And y'all creating Oreos. And that's what happens to Oreos. They get their feelings hurt. And I've always said, the only black people that upset about when white people be who they are, act racist and all of that, the ones who trying to be next to them. The rest of us don't give no fucks. When you cool with me, I'm cool with you. But we don't be working our ass off to try to be friends with them, because we literally, culturally, we don't have anything in common with nobody else. We're our own entity. But if we really dug into all of the rhythm and the blues of who we are, the genetics of who we are, Dr. Ben Yakahanan, Dr. Ivan Van Sertima, we have all the scholars that taught us who we are. But we ignored it because we want to We want to sit next to them and lay up under them and create children with them and all of that. Go to school with them. Now, party and drinking, hey, it is what it is. But that's okay. Rest in peace, Nolan. And I hope people don't take this the wrong way. I don't want nothing to happen to any of our young people. But you parents out there, y'all are creating these Oreos. Y'all are. They're Oreos. That's why they are being hurt. Because when you're an Oreo, you don't see the danger staring you right in your face. Y'all going to debate this shit somewhere else. Yeah. But anyway, hopefully the tide is changing. We're going to go home, go to the inner city, or we're going to create some black suburbs where we can all live. Again, I'm an NDRE black. And now the young Miami blacks, they can keep their ass in another zip code, as far as I'm concerned. Y'all understand that? But it's your man Rico. Rico the Opinionist. But on this Facebook page, these are my thoughts, not yours. I will talk to y'all in the future unless somebody wants to talk to me. B Mario, you still on here? You want to talk? I'll bring you up, bro. I want to hear what you have to say. Do I need to? If you want me to add you, I can do that. I don't think we've ever had a conversation. Have we? Are you still here? This is my new page. It's not as interactive as my other one. I may go back to my other one that had my 4,998 subscribers on there. But I'll build this one up. You'll pass? What? Why? Why you'll pass? I'll pass. Why? I'm just curious why. I just want to hear your thoughts on it, on this situation. Do you have any thoughts on it, or you just one of those just kind of sit back and just let the world do all the chatting and you just listen? Never been live? Well, hey, it's cool. It's easy. What I do is I press you in, and then you just accept. If you don't want to get on camera, just move it away from you. You don't have to show your face. Just lend your voice. I'm loving it. I know y'all watching the soccer and shit. Man, we got one more game. I'm glad it's over, too. Man. Whew. Good luck to the winner, whoever that is. Because football season is kind of around the corner, huh? Not that I give a shit. I don't watch sports. I'm just saying. But anyway, y'all be cool. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all make sure y'all share this live. It'll be here at least for 30 days. Then Facebook kind of sends it on to a video grave somewhere. Okay, well, be cool. We'll talk. Talk to y'all later, man. Rico, my thoughts, not yours. Peace.